But if a man is doing his job, like he's doing everything he needs to be doing, you gotta let him just, you know, okay, daddy, like, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of let him take the lead, take control, and respect that. Like, men don't want a woman that's always questioning, what they got going on or question their leadership. Like, if you're supposed to be a feminine woman, be a feminine woman, not a masculine woman. Like, who's the woman, you or him? Like, you gotta just kind of take a step back and just allow a man to do what he do. Hey guys, it's Artasia Olivia. I am back with another video. This video is entitled Living the Soft Life and Dwelling in Your Feminine Energy. So today is going to be a really good topic. I can't wait to discuss feminine energy and the soft life. Let's get started. So this video is not a how-to video. This is not me telling y'all how to be feminine. It's not me telling y'all like what to do to live your soft girl era. This is me telling y'all what I did to become more feminine and what I do and still do to this day to be living in my soft life, okay? So this video is definitely for you guys if y'all want to hear my journey to becoming more feminine, just in a softer, more peaceful place. Like, I'm gonna tell you where I was and I'm gonna tell you where I am now. So back in the day, like, girl, I was freaking masculine. I was living in my masculine energy. And if you don't know what masculine energy and feminine energy is exactly what it sounds like. Masculine energy is being more like masculine, like a man, like more hard. And feminine energy is the opposite of that. And when I tell you, back in the day, I was very like living that independent, strong black woman role. Not saying nothing's wrong with it, but I was definitely like, oh, I'm independent black woman, don't need no man, nah, nah, nah. And then I was like very bossy. I still am kind of bossy, but I've worked on it a lot more. I was just living like this hardcore toxic life. Like, I just was not in my feminine energy at all. I was still like a real sweet person, but it's just like, no girl, you was not in your energy that you needed to be in. You was in the hard life, living the hard life, and it was just not what I wanted for myself. Like, so about a year ago, I changed my whole mindset. Like, I think I was watching a couple of videos on like soft life, soft girl era, all that stuff, like feminine energy, femininity, different things like that, and like it just made me open my mindset and made me look at these things in a whole nother light and in a new perspective. So now I feel as if like my mindset is more focused on like black girl luxury. I know y'all seen that hashtag on TikTok, like more black girl luxury. And I'm not living the soft girl era, I'm living the soft life, soft girl life, okay? Because one thing about an era, it's gonna come to an end, but the life is for life. Like, so I feel like the soft girl era, it's a lot of videos on YouTube giving it backlash, like the whole soft girl era thing, which I'm not saying that they're wrong. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I just feel like it's nothing wrong with wanting to be a better person and wanting to live in a more safe, protective, healthy place, peaceful place as a woman, and get rid of those hard masculine traits. I don't think nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, when you call it an error, it's like, okay, people think it's like, okay, it's just a temporary thing, it's just time being. Like, you really not changing, you just trying to play this role, and it's not a permanent thing. However, with the soft girl life or the soft life, I feel as if it's more permanent. So now I feel like I definitely exude the utmost feminine energy that I've done so in my lifetime, because back in the day I was just no ma'am, I was a mess. So now I'm living this more peaceful and healthy life, which naturally changed my mindset, and it changed my energy to a more feminine energy, which ultimately led for me to exude very feminine traits and characteristics. Okay, so let's get into how exactly I did it. So I'm gonna split how I did it into two categories. Like, the first category is like general overall life, things I've done, and then the second category is like things I've done in regards to like dating and like men and stuff. So first, I cut out anything toxic and anything that did not serve me no purpose. It didn't mean me no good. So whether that was men, friends, family, jobs, businesses, I don't care. If it wasn't bringing me peace, it had to go. It had to go. So then I removed any other things that was negative that I consumed on a daily basis, such as like certain blogs on social media, like different pages I followed, TV shows I watched, music, a lot of that rap music, like a lot of that unnecessary negativity. Like, I cut all that out. So just pretty much that was the first thing I did. Like, just got rid of all of that negative stuff that was in my space, because how are you going to shine bright when there's so many dull things dimming your light? So get rid of that, get rid of all of that. So now that I had a clean slate, I started to add more positive things in my life. So after I was removing the negative, I was adding more positive things in my life. I definitely prayed more. I got closer with God, and I started being more caring to others. Like, I feel like a feminine woman is very caring and considerate of others. I started definitely treating thy neighbor how I wanted to be treated, and definitely being more generous. And it's crazy because I'm a nurse, so you would expect me to be nursing and generous to people. So I just got into that more. I started being more polite and more ladylike. I started using manners and being very generous and thankful and very polite, very ladylike and classy. I definitely began to become drama free, and I didn't gossip or hate on anyone, whether that was celebrities, whether that was other people around me, my friends or whatever. Like, I did not gossip. I didn't really want to gossip, or cut it down to a minimum, like with the celebrity gossip and stuff. Like, I had to cut all that out, because now that my space is becoming more peaceful, all that gossip, that hate and all that, no. Like, we're not doing that. Feminine women live a drama-free life, and you have to cut that hating, drama, gossip, all that shit out, that jealousy, all that. Then I rebranded my image from like sexually liberated to a more classy and cute girl. Like, it was okay to be cute and sexy, but you know, doing so in a way where it was more classy and not just like sexually like fluid and liberated, you know? So like, I didn't really like post like my ass and stuff like that. Why? Because I got a big booty, whatever. People say I got a big booty. But no, like, I wasn't really showing my body like that anymore. Like, I used to post pictures and stories about my body and stuff like that on Instagram. But I stopped doing all that. Like, I was more covered up. But I mean, I was still showing shapes, still giving body, but in a very cute and classy way. And I feel like a lot of men, you know, appreciate women like that more anyway, versus like being that girl that's just so like easy to fuck or whatever, versus being that girl that, you know, is a little bit more covered up, still cute. Like, I think of Lauren London. Like, she's very beautiful, and she doesn't have to be half naked on social media. She doesn't have to show her ass, show her titties or whatever, and men still want her. Like back then, and they still want her to this day. And there's plenty other examples of that, like Nia Long, Sanaa Lathan, Regina Hall, Megan Good. Like there's beautiful, beautiful women that does not have to be half naked all the time. And then I started being more optimistic. I started thinking more positive and getting rid of that negative thinking. I always looked at like the brighter side of things, and even though something bad happened, I will always just try to remain optimistic, because that ultimately makes you feel good. When you continue to be pessimistic, like and negative, it just weigh you down, and there's no reason to cry over spilled milk. And I say that to everybody that is around me, my family, my friends, my boyfriend. Like there's no reason to cry over spilled milk at all. So just remain optimistic. Feminine women definitely remain positive, and her light shines so bright when she is just being very positive, even in a bad situation. Like you're that ray of sunshine that sheds light on the situation and makes it a more positive thing. And then I just started believing in myself more and having and exuding more confidence in myself, because sometimes I would just be like my biggest critic and I would just, doubt myself and stuff. But a feminine woman is very confident. A feminine woman picks herself up, pick her head up, and exude this radiance, of confidence. And that's what I started becoming. I started believing in myself, like I can do this, you got this, and you can do this, you can pull this off, you could change your life, you could become a millionaire, you could become a filmmaker. And just me believing that kind of naturally boosted my confidence in myself. I also kept a clean environment around me. I tried to keep my home areas very clean, tried to keep my bathrooms clean, my workspace clean. Just keeping a clean environment makes you just feel so good. Like I started making my bed every morning. I just feel as if when you're around a clean environment, it just gives you more energy to be yourself and to think more clearly, versus having a junky apartment or junky room or junky bathroom. I always wanted to keep myself up, because one, you never know who you're gonna see. And then two, you just always want to keep a presentable appearance, because it's when you look good, you feel good. And that statement is so true. I know y'all heard that. When you look good, you definitely feel good, and it gives you naturally more confidence in yourself, especially as a woman. When you got your hair done, your lashes done, your nails done, can't nobody tell you nothing, okay? And I'm telling you that feminine women keeps themselves up, whether it's designer, makeup, expensive hair, whatever it is. Feminine women definitely keep their looks up. You ever heard the phrase, stay ready so you gotta get ready? Definitely, if anybody call you, hey, you wanna go out to brunch, your excuse isn't oh no, I look a mess. No, your excuse is, yeah, I'm ready, let's go. Always stay ready, stay presentable, stay a lady. A lady always keeps herself in a more sophisticated manner. And then and I think I also started prioritizing myself, my goals. A feminine woman cares for others, yes, like I said before, but we also hold ourselves to a higher standard than others, which everybody should. And you should prioritize yourself and prioritize the goals that you want to accomplish versus helping others before you can help yourself and your goals, I stopped being lazy and I stopped procrastinating, whether that was going to the gym more, even though I still kind of been slacking, but just kind of going to the gym more, working out more, getting off the sofa, stop pushing things off, getting this YouTube channel up and running, whatever it was. I just kind of had to stop being lazy and get rid of that procrastination, because that's not gonna get you nowhere. And a feminine woman is not lazy and does not procrastinate at all. Well, or don't make a habit of it, I should say. And the last thing for this category was I just started accepting compliments some more, and I started giving compliments more, because that made me feel so good, and it made me feel like such a lady that I could tell other women oh, you're so beautiful. Like, that's just, it's beautiful to see. And then when people say, you know, you're so beautiful back to me, I'm like, oh, I'm okay, or my hair's a mess today. Like, no, say, yes, thank you, I appreciate that. Like, a feminine woman knows what she is, she knows her worth, she knows what she looks like, and she also help other women believe that same thing, you know. Okay, so let's get into these dating things that I did in my dating life to, you know, just be more feminine in a relationship. So one, I stayed in a woman's place and became more traditional. So it all starts with mindset. It's like, once you realize a man and a woman is not equal in a relationship, like, yes, it could be a partnership, but at the same time, we are not on a man's level. If you want an alpha man to lead, you have to know how to take that back seat, that passenger seat, and just play a more traditional role. So that's one thing, like, get that in your head, like, you're not a man's equal. Yeah, in certain situations, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying when it comes to a relationship, like a romantic partnership, like, a man needs to be the one to lead. An alpha man leads, okay? And then I started understanding my worth and that I'm a prize and that man chase me and court me. Once I like realized, like, girl, you are young, no kids, beautiful, thick, you know, smart, degree, bachelor's degree, career, like, girl, I was just realizing everything that made me a great woman. When it came to a relationship, I know how to cook, clean, like, I know how to help people, and very business oriented, and just different traits that just made me a catch. So once I realized that, I was like, wow, like, I don't have to beg nobody to be with me or act right or do whatever, because at the end of the day, I'm a prize. And not saying a man isn't a prize, but I'm also saying you're both, a good man and a good woman are both prizes. But you have to realize yourself that you are a prize that deserve another prize. You get what I'm saying? So I realized that. So once I realized I'm a prize, I kept my standards high and I didn't settle for someone that wasn't on my level. Like, once you realize, like, you're up here and, like, you hold yourself to a higher standard, you're not going to want to date someone that's not on your level, that's not equally yoked, whether that's financially, spiritually, or whatever, physically. I just kind of, like, didn't settle. I just feel like a woman, she knows her worth. Like, a feminine woman knows her worth, and you don't have to settle for anything that you don't want. The next thing, I allowed a good man to lead, and I respected his role. So that goes back to that first point that I had mentioned. Like, you gotta allow a man to take charge. Like, clearly, if he's not doing a good job, then y'all need to have that discussion, or you need to leave, or whatever. But if a man is doing his job, like, he's doing everything he needs to be doing, you gotta let him just, you know, okay, daddy, like, you know. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of let him take the lead, take control, and respect that. Like, men don't want a woman that's always questioning, you know, what they got going on, or questioning their leadership. Like, if you're supposed to be a feminine woman, be a feminine woman, not a masculine woman. Like, who's the woman, you or him? Like, you gotta just kind of take a step back and just allow a man to do what he do. So that brings me to my next point. What helped me become, like, a more feminine woman with dating was I wasn't trying to wear the pants in the relationship. Like, I allow him to be alpha provider and have the final say most of the time. And like I was saying before, men like this. It strokes their ego and it makes them feel important, because if you think about it, like, for instance, if a man don't need you for anything, why would you want to be with him? And vice versa. Like, if you don't need him for anything, why would he want to be with you? Like, what can y'all bring to each other's table? So just kind of always make them feel, like, important, make them feel like, you know, he's the alpha, the provider, whatever the case may be, and just kind of don't try to wear the pants. Like, that's what the man's there for. The man is there to wear the pants, honey. Like, not you. You wear the skirt, you wear the dress, you wear the jumpsuit or whatever. But the pants, no, he can have that. Like, you should want to be able to live this just softer life, you know? And then also another thing, I stopped nagging, unnecessarily arguing, and stop all that insecure jealousy stuff. A man do not like that. Like, that is the main thing. Like, if you want to be a more feminine woman, why are you starting an argument? Polite ladies, classy ladies do not start unnecessary arguments. Okay, clearly if, you know, the argument is called for or the discussion turns into argument, that's another thing. But clearly, like, all that unnecessary nagging, like insecure, oh, da da da, like, let me see your phone, like, what are you going on? Like, that's unnecessary. No, we don't have to do that. What's done in dark will come to light. Always. You don't gotta worry about nothing like that. And if you feel like you do, then maybe that's another situation. I feel like I became more feminine when I stopped all of that unnecessary, like, like, ew, nobody wants that. Like, when I used to watch, like, reality shows and stuff and see, like, women doing that, I'm like, ugh, is that how I sound or look? That's so, like, insecure, or that's so, like, annoying, like, nagging, and yeah. And then my last point that helped me become a feminine woman, well, say a more feminine woman and dwell in my feminine energy, I would say, like, I accepted gifts and I accepted the courtship from men. Like, if a man, you know, wants to take you out, let him take you out. If he wants to properly court you, like, that's what you want. So kind of like allow them to do that and not be like, oh no, I'm good, or denying him to pay for the bill, like, or just denying his courtship. Like, don't do that, because then it's already hard enough for men to do it. So to certain women. So when a man is actually wanting to give you gifts, wanting to court you, don't be that independent but woman, you know, or whatever color you are. Don't be such an independent woman to where you can't accept a gift. Or like, oh no, I can't accept that. Like, if a man want to pay your bills, oh, I can't accept that. No, accept it. Be like, thank you, I appreciate it. Like, a man likes to feel wanted. That goes back to my other point. They like to feel like they're important and they can contribute. So if a man want to give you a gift and you're into him, you're dating him, like, you see something with him, then take it. But if you don't, then if you don't see nothing with him, then I mean, I understand why, like, that may be a problem. But accept them gifts, girl. Accept that courtship, because I feel like when I started doing these things, like, I just became such a more feminine woman. And that kind of wraps up this video and my topics on, you know, feminine energy and living the soft life. I feel like all these things, whether it was in the general life category or the dating category, I feel like they all made me like who I am today. Like, I'm just in a more radiant, peaceful, healthier life. So I just wanted to share my journey to becoming a more feminine woman and dwelling my feminine energy and living this soft girl life. Okay, so if you guys are doing any of these things, comment down below which ones you guys are doing, or which ones that resonated with you or hit different. Like, comment down below, and I want to hear from you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like seeing more videos like this, follow me and follow my channel and watch my other videos. Bye.